Okay, hello. This is Rani Ahmedouti. This is lesson 3 in using and installing the operating system FreeBSD. And this lesson we're going to talk about how to install the graphical interface, the windowing system, the desktop management, everything related to using Windows and not the operating system, of course, named Windows from Microsoft. I mean that the interfaces like we see here, all the Windows things, okay, and the buttons. So all we need to do is get some packages, okay, which are very important to the system, and install them, and we'll tell you how to install them. Okay, first of all, I must tell you that I mean how the system works. So first of all, of course, you should have installed your operating system. Okay, then we have another layer over the operating system. As another application, it's not a subset of the main OS. It is the Xorg or the X Windows. It's a server that's supposed to handle all the hardware stuff related to your window management and where the windows should be displayed and things like this. You might, for example, run a program with a graphical interface on some computer and display the interface of that application on a different computer, and it's still running on the first computer. Okay, so this is Xorg, and the drivers of your VGA card are run through Xorg. Okay, or it has another name named X Window or Windows whatever. Okay, now there's another level over it, which is the desktop management or the window management. Okay, now here in this lesson we're going to talk about installing only GNOME. Okay, you can refer to the handbook and see how other windowing tools like window manager or desktop manager, for example, desktop managers, we have KDE and XFCE. Okay, KDE and XFCE are two different things. Okay, and we have also as a different concept, we call it window management, which is something like TWM or IceWM or Window Maker. Those window managers are unlike what I have now. This is on Linux. I have GNOME running. Okay, you can run GNOME also on of course, as I say, on FreeBSD, and but you can have also only system where you just have the application and it's surrounding window stuff, just the X and the square and the dash over here, just to minimize, maximize, and things like that. So you don't have something like a bar here or a bar up on the top. Okay, you don't have all this, just the window that you manage the application with. Okay, or through it. So this is how mostly any Unix system would work. Okay. Now, to start is by installing the following package, which is package from the internet, of course, minus. Of course, you should go in and log in as root on your terminal. Okay, package add -R, and we install Xorg. Okay, you press enter, you get it installed. Everything is installed on my system, but just I don't want to go through that because it's the same. Just you have to wait until all packages get downloaded, and then you install GNOME 2. That's the version of GNOME, the classic one, and you install also what you call a desktop manager, like not a desktop manager, I mean like a login manager. Here for GNOME we use GDM, and KDEs we use KDM. Okay, so I installed here only GDM, and you should in the end get something similar to this. Okay, so this is what you should get. Okay, now I mean like if you this is after you log in. Okay, but this is GDM is what I logged in with. Okay, This is GTM. Okay, and you should, if I made it full screen, you should see this. Okay, this is what in reality you should be seeing. Okay, and see through it I log in. So okay, so this is my GNOME. This is what should happen after you install GNOME. Okay, so let me go back to our review. Okay, anyway, forget about that. Just install them, and now we start with configuring things, because you can't have this system directly running unless you do the following steps. Okay, first of all, you type this command, which is xorg -configure. Okay, and $1 or 2, whatever the number, because if X Windows or the graphical interface is running and you want to configure it as you while it's running, okay, just type any number after the colon greater than 0. Okay, because it starts at number 0. Okay, this is the display number. Now you can have X running as much as you want. Okay, not every time you have to use a different number. So this is number 1. Okay, and I press enter, and I get here, as it says to you, is to test it. We've got a configuration file that's located on /root/xorg.conf.new. Okay, next thing is you have to copy the file. That's /root/xorg. After you opened it and configured it according to your hardware. Okay, I'm not going to talk about how to configure it. There are heaps online. Okay, mainly those who use Linux know it best also. So /root/xorg.conf.new to /etc/x11/xorg.conf. Okay, and you overwrite that. Okay, after you have tested it. Okay, of course, to switch between the graphical interface and this real terminal that I'm using now is called the real terminal, the real console. You press the following keys, which are Alt plus. I'm typing just for you to know them and to memorize them. You don't have to type on the terminal, of course. You just use the keys normally. Okay, so Control plus any function, any F key, the like F1 or F2 or F3. Okay, any one of those. Okay, you have until number 7, I think. F7, I mean. Okay, you have until those numbers, this range from F1 to F7. Okay, and one of them, okay, would be the one that X is running on. Of course, this means that GNOME is running, or KDE or whatever. Okay. Now, this is one thing. The next thing is, please don't reboot until you finish it. Finish with this. Okay. Now, of course, install Nano. Because we need it as a text editor. For those who know VI, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's another editor. But just for easiness for the newbies, use Nano and install it. Okay, and then through Nano, we have to edit what we call the file system table, FS tab. This table contains all the hard drive partitions, but there's a partition which is not on the hard drive or nor on the memory. Also, this is something that's created by the operating system for its own benefits. Okay, for its own interest. This is what we call the processes file system. It's a folder containing all the information that your system kernel. The kernel is just the engine of the operating system. It's the thing that manages and administers everything on your system, okay, from the hardware and the applications that, and how they are interconnecting with each other, intercommunicating, I mean. So I have to write the last line, which is proc, which is the device, processes, and the folder where you should be reading that. So GNOME uses /proc, okay, and the file system, the format, like you have NTFS of that, or as swap here or whatever for Unix, FreeBSD, okay. So here on proc needs the procfs, okay, and you have to allow read and write on it, okay, and then you should, those are not necessary, but it's better to put them as 0 and 0, okay. And then press Ctrl and X, okay. So if I say yeah, Ctrl plus X and plus N, as it says for no, I pressed no, sorry, it's no for me not to save it because it's already saved, okay. But again, just press Ctrl X. So let me say, like, I have typed something, so press Ctrl X, it will ask you to say yes, and on this file you type, press enter, and that's it, okay. Now we have to mount the proc. So mount, of course, all this has to be done as user root, named root, sorry, proc, okay. You mount it, and to make sure it has been mounted, you type mount and press enter. You see mount, it's mounted, yeah, 3 times, doesn't matter. And again, you have to open also this file, okay, /etc/rc.conf. This is like what are the processes or scripts or the services that should be loaded as your system is booting before reaching the command, the login prompt, okay, in the console. So you have to type those last 3 lines. GDM _ enable, yes, I want GDM, the login manager, to run. I want GNOME to run, so I say enable to GNOME, and I say dbus enable, because dbus is the service that or the server that will allow GNOME applications to intercommunicate with each other and send messages between each other, okay. So you have to enable it, and GNOME needs it. So and then you press Ctrl X and you save it as we did, like the same way in FSTAR. And then type reboot, okay, and the system will be will reboot, and then of course your system will automatically load your login manager, and you're ready to go. And that's it, mates, and just subscribe and leave comments, please. Thank you for watching.